Rain poured heavily on the deserted streets of London, washing away the footprints of a past Elena Carter wished she could erase. Her life had been perfect. Once, a loving fiancé, a career on the rise, and dreams so vivid she could almost touch them. But all of that crumbled the night she discovered that Daniel, the man she had given her heart to, was secretly engaged to another woman. At first, she couldn't believe it. Elena had found out, accidentally, a text message on Daniel's phone, a name she didn't recognize, a wedding date that was only weeks away. Confrontation turned into lies, lies turned into shouting, and finally, his cold admission. You were just a distraction. Elena, don't make this harder than it needs to be. The words burned her soul like acid. For weeks, Elena drowned in heartbreak. But pain has a strange way of reshaping people. By the third month, her sorrow hardened into steel. She no longer cried herself to sleep. She plotted. If Daniel thought she was just a distraction, then she would become his greatest downfall. Elena studied his life with surgical precision. Daniel was a businessman, obsessed with reputation, status, and wealth. His upcoming marriage to Rebecca, the daughter of a powerful investor, was his golden ticket into the world of the elite. One scandal could ruin everything. She created a new identity online, slipping into Daniel's world like a shadow. A carefully crafted email here, a fabricated rumor there, and soon whispers began circulating about Daniel's loyalty, not just to Rebecca, but to his business partners. Elena forged documents showing shady financial deals and leaked them anonymously. Every click of her keyboard was an act of vengeance. The night of Daniel's engagement party arrived. Elena, dressed in a black gown that shimmered under the chandeliers, walked into the grand hall uninvited. Heads turned, not because they recognized her, but because she carried herself with the confidence of someone who belonged. Daniel's face paled when he saw her. He tried to pull her aside. But Elena smiled sweetly and said, "Relax, Daniel. I'm just here to celebrate your honesty." Her voice dripped with venom. As the night unfolded, her plan reached its climax. A video began playing on the giant screen, one she had planted in the presentation system. The guests froze as footage of Daniel surfaced. Intimate dinners with women who weren't Rebecca, shady conversations about bribes, and emails exposing his manipulations. Gasps filled the room. Rebecca's father stormed out. Rebecca herself, in tears, tore the ring from her finger and threw it at Daniel's chest. Chaos erupted. Daniel's world collapsed. In minutes, Elena walked out, heels clicking against the marble floor, heart pounding with satisfaction. She had destroyed him not with violence, but with truth, sharpened into a weapon. But revenge, as Elena would soon learn, comes at a cost. In the weeks that followed, Daniel lost his company, shares, his engagement, and his reputation. He tried to call Elena, to beg, to threaten, to bargain, but she never answered. And yet, in the silence of her empty apartment, Elena discovered something she hadn't expected. Victory didn't erase the loneliness. She had burned him to ashes. But in the process, she had scorched a part of herself too. One evening, while standing by the river, she whispered into the night, "You took my heart, Daniel. I took your empire. Now we're even." But deep inside, Elena knew the truth. Revenge had freed her from him, but it had also chained her to the memory forever. She had won the battle, yet the scars would always remind her of the war. Closing note: revenge isn't always about anger. It's about power, justice, and reclaiming what was stolen. Elena Carter's story shows us that, sometimes, the sweetest victory is not forgiveness, but ensuring the betrayer never forgets what they destroyed.